Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Pokémon Violet. In the last episode, we completed our goals of finishing our gym evaluation, taking down the likes of Larry the Exceptional Everyman, Ryan the MC of RIP, Tulip the Bewitching Beautician, and finally Grusha the Sub-Zero Shredder. And with the finale of our Paldean rematches now officially behind us, we now begin what I believe is the beginning of the end of our Scarlet and Violet adventures. I could be wrong, but we've done quite a lot already over the course of our journey. The only things we honestly have left to do that I know of is obviously the Academy's Battle Brawl we just unlocked with Geeta's help, the Academy's stories with the staff of Uva, and the legendaries of Paldea that may or may not be Paradox Pokemon. All we know is that they're locked behind mystical gates that require a bit of effort to unlock, and in due time, we'll finally be able to unlock them from their shackles and honestly figure out what's truly going on there. Since, let's be honest here, there's still definitely some stuff we can definitely do, and I don't know if we're, completely done with our story, because, like I said, we're obviously in the post-game, so we're definitely getting closer, but the thing is, how close are we really to the end of, the post-game's, story of its end? So, yeah, definitely quite a lot to still do, for sure. But, with that being said, honestly, there is one thing I want to do before we get into, everything to do with, obviously, the Battle Brawl and everything with the Academy. There's one thing I really want to do. Also, these books are really, really interesting. I would like to read through these at some point, if we ever get the chance to. But, honestly, this book right here has been here for I don't know how long, but it's been here for quite a decent amount of time. And there is a Scarlet version. Obviously, it's the Violet and Scarlet books that we've seen in the games. And apparently, there's been one sitting inside the Academy for who knows how long. But we're going to read through this real quick, because there is something very, very interesting in here. And the third legendary I was telling you guys about, that I swear I've heard about, and I've heard about it quite a lot, that's not in the game, is in this book. It is in both versions. And there's something else in both versions of the books that we'll get into very shortly. But there's some very interesting information in this book to show you guys. But it's the Violet book, the Mysterious Purple Tome. Do you want to read it? Of course we do. Which section would you like to read? So, certain ones we have read before, obviously Herba Mysticum and the Monsters of Area Zero, we all obviously have read before. But these other ones, we've never seen before. And this one specifically is the one that I want to look at first for you guys. Obviously we gotta decipher it, but I believe it says a disc Pokemon. While separated from the research team in the crater's depths, I found a strange entity. Whether it was a Pokemon, or even alive at all, I know now it bore a shell with layers of overlapping hexagons, and gleamed brighter still than gemstone. Viewed as a whole, it resembled a mysterious, brilliant disc. So this egg thing is apparently some sort of Pokemon, and based on the fact that there's outer space around it, I'm guessing it's something otherworldly. That would be for sure. I don't know if it's a mythical Pokemon, I don't know what it is, but a lot of people I've been hearing are speculating that there might be either a third game, based on the fact that when we were doing the Elite Four, they were doing, they were asking us what school we were from, and they had the Uva Academy as well as Naranja, which is the Scarlet version. But there was another one, it was Mananza, right? I think it was. But that's weird, because that's none of the schools that are even an option. Obviously, Uva's for grapes. Obviously, the Naranja was for orange. And I believe the Mananza, if we were to translate it, if I remember correctly, was apple. So, yeah, very weird. So, it would be a Crimson book, I would think, because every book and game had a very specific Pokemon. Obviously, Scarlet had, obviously Koraidon, Violet had Miraidon, and then if we're going to be talking about Apple was red, so it would have to be like Crimson or something like that. It's very interesting, but yeah, this is a very interesting find. It's been something I've been looking for, because I heard that this information was in the game, I just didn't know where it was, and I literally found it in between this and the last episode. So I'm very happy that we found it. But we're going to continue from the top now, just because I wanted to show you guys that real quick. The Great Crater of Paldea. The Great Crater of Paldea, a photograph from the survey team's point of ingress to the crater, which is visible in the background. Luck favored us with fine weather, making for smooth outsets, but clouds obscured the crater's distant depths, where the treasure of legend is said to lie, now onward and downward. Okay, the adventures of Area Zero. Within the Great Crater of Paldea lies the mysterious Area Zero, a place home to such landscapes, such plant life, and such Pokemon as we had never seen before, and is inhospitable to human life. And such, I suspect something altogether unknown to humankind sleeps in its depths. Well, that's technically true. Ooh. That's the symbol we saw down where the Roaring Moon in the Iron Valiant was. That's a very interesting picture. A photograph of a spot where the survey team rested on day 2 of the expedition. Oh, that's really cool. Note the strange symbols inscribed in the ground here, were they left by explorers in the time of the Paldean Empire, or could they be older still? Regardless, they seemed as if they must hold some meaning. Paldean Empire, that's the first time I've ever heard about that. That might be where Legends could be for these games, if they ever make a Legends game for Scarlet and Violet. That's interesting. Area Zero cartography. So obviously a little picture of it, but ledges from a spiral down the inner walls of Area Zero, offering a path of descent. Vegetation and sources of water are here as well. Legends tell the precious stones of wondrous fruits have long slept in Area Zero's depths, protected by some manner of guardian. Of guardian, you say? What kind of guardian? It could be the disc thing. I guess that would be a guardian, I think, but it's an egg, so I'm not sure. But let's see here. Pokemon of Area Zero, sketches by a survey team member. Surprisingly, the Pokemon species we observed in the upper strata of Area Zero seemed little different from those seen outside the crater. Now and then, we heard unfamiliar cries from the lower strata. Obviously, we have a Flamigo, what looks to be the flower of a, not the Florges, but the pre-evolution of it. I always forget the name of Flabebe. It looks like Flabebe's little flower in the middle. Obviously, we got a Palmy, and then something that looks like a gorilla. It could be a Ranguru, but it looks much more, like musclier than that. And then we have an Knuckle Stack or Salt Stack, so that's pretty cool. Okay then, very interesting. Obviously, we've already seen Monsters of Area Zero. That's the one with, obviously, in Scarlet, it would be the Great Tuskum Donphan. And then in our game, it would be the Iron Treads or the futuristic Donphan. So obviously, we've read through that. Herba Mystica was the thing with Arven, where we were looking through that and, first learning about what Herba Mystica was. So we've already done that one as well. So, Mysterious Plates. And we definitely saw that one. That one was right before we hit the very bottom. The very top one. Not sure, the bottom left one actually is the one we saw. Because, as we can see, it's kind of diagonal, which was how that one was. Okay, that's weird. Mysterious Plates. During our descent into Area Zero, we came across a very metal plate inscribed with a strange symbol. We attempted to shave off a piece of the plates, but failed to leave even a scratch. Even determining the nature of the metal seems beyond modern science. We know not why the inscription was made, let alone how. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Legendary treasure. so this is why everyone thinks there's a legendary treasure down there. Countless days into our descent, we reached at last the very depths of the great crater. There we found a cave with formations of gemstone, shining blindingly bright as far as we could see. Perhaps the strange light itself is a guardian said to watch over treasure deep within the crater. That's weird. Okay then. An Imagine Pokemon. This is what I wanted to show you guys. This is very interesting to see. That is a Paradox version of Irizion. There is no way around that. But the thing is, it's got Terrakion's headpiece, and then Cabalion's, legs, and, back area. That's really strange. So it's a mixture between all three of the legendary swordsmen, except for Keldeo. Unless there's a Keldeo mix in there, but I don't see it anywhere on that. But it's really weird. And in the Scarlet version, there is a version of, I believe it could be Suicune, it could be Entei, or it could be, obviously, Raikou. But I think it's Suicune based on the headpiece alone, but I'm not really sure. But the thing is, it's a mixture of all three of them, and I'll actually write down to make sure to show you a picture of this right here, just so just so you guys can for sure see it, both of them next to each other for a second, just because it is a very interesting Pokemon. It's got, obviously, Entei's hair, and then it's got, obviously, Raikou's, leg pattern and stuff like that, and then Suicune's big old, diamond headpiece on top. It's pretty cool looking, and I don't think these Pokemon are, Pokemon that are just imagined, because the thing is there wouldn't be two versions of them if they won't appear later. So, there's three Pokemon hidden somewhere that we have no access to. Because I looked into both of them, no information on any of them. So, could be DLC, could be mystery gifts, could be a free DLC later. I don't know if they're going to do paid DLC again, that's why I'm saying that. So, it could be another Isle of Armor, could be another Crown Tundra, but either way, it's still really interesting. But let's read through this real quick. An Imagine Pokemon, a drawing of a fantastical Pokemon as envisioned by our sketch artist. The compactness and cruelty of the strange Pokemon that dwell in the Area Zero's lower reaches tickle the artist's imagination, prompting the sketch of what other species that inhabit these depths might eventually look like. Okay. Very interesting Pokemon for sure. And a Phantom Memory. Not sure what the picture is there, but it kind of reminds me of Torre's research, but I don't think that's what that is. A Phantom Memory. During our exploration of Area Zero's depths, Heath, our author, because he's the author, we read this on them when we actually read through it. Heath strayed from the team and was later found unconscious. When awoken, I could only recall speaking with someone in an unfamiliar place as if in a dream. I was found holding the page shown here. The handwriting is my own, but I have no memory of writing this. Also, somebody's name is scratched out on top, if that's supposed to be a name. That's weird. Okay then. Very strange. And who could possibly have talked to him? Maybe a Legends hint? Maybe. I'm just saying that because they might start hinting Legend games in these games from now on, ever since, Legends Arceus. They didn't do it in Sinnoh with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl because they didn't need to, but maybe this is going to be the start of that, so now we'll need to look through newer Pokemon games to find the hints. But, honestly, pretty weird. Our generous sponsor. Okay. Not sure who you are. But on the right guy, I don't know who he is. I thought he would maybe be familiar, but nope. I'm thinking because it looks like he has a little moon on his forehead, but nope. But the guy on the left looks like there's a bust on top of the Academy. If we go up 3 stairs, there's a picture or a bust of the guy on the left, I'm pretty sure. Because that hair looks very specific. But let's hear. Our generous sponsor, the author Heath, pictured with the director of Uva Academy. Oh, Heath is the guy on the right then. Okay, so the director is obviously the guy on the left. Okay, got it. Let's see here. The Academy's generous funding made the Area Zero expedition possible, and the data gathered has been shared with the Academy in hopes that it will aid in the institution's research work and foster future generations of scholars and scientists. Okay, oops, didn't mean to hit the first one again. And then we need to make our way to the author, and that would be... Wait a minute. Did I misread that? Let me look at that one more time. Because... Pictured with the Uva Academy... Oh, it didn't specifically say where they were. I just guessed that the guy on the left was the... Okay, so Heath is actually the person that is on the bus. So, that's weird. I thought the Academy's, like, founder would be on the bus, but apparently it's not. That's weird. Okay, then. And then about the author. Heath, author of the Violet book, also is the Scarlet book in the other game, shown here with his partner, Cyclizar. Very specific Pokemon with the fact that Cyclizar ended up being the major legendary of both games, being the prehistoric version and the futuristic versions we get in both games. That's pretty cool. A natural historian as well as a writer, he was chosen for the Area Zero expedition and penned this account upon returning from the Great Crater Paldea. Cyclizar aided the expedition as well by bearing the team's luggage and equipment. Okay then. And with that being said, we're done with the Violet book. I just wanted to read through that real quick for you guys because this has been here for I don't know how long, and I really wanted to read that. At some point I would like to read through all of these because there is books about the Pokemon from the crater. Obviously the Paradox Pokemon is what I'm talking about, and there is actual, like, real Pokedex entries for them in these books. And I didn't read through them because I didn't want to spoil myself. I just found them and I was like, oh, wow, okay. I was just making sure what kind of books there were, because I didn't even know about it until reading this first one, that there was readable books on the walls, just because I haven't really been in Uva Academy, and we're really just starting our real journey in the Uva Academy now. So, with that being said, now we must begin the preparations for the battle brawl. So, honestly, I think we should be perfectly fine. I think we're going to start out with Sylvia, or Tinkaton. And then I think it's not double battles, I think. So, I guess we'll just start off with Sylvia and see what goes on. Just in case if it might want us to, like, if a Pokemon gets knocked out, I don't want Sammy being the first Pokemon to come out. Just because I would like to be kind of more set before Sammy comes out. Just in case, you never know. But I think we're ready. So let's let Nemona know, and let's begin the, honestly, brawl that we unlocked here, because we spent a lot of time on this, so honestly I'm quite ready for it.
Oh, there you are, Spooks. You've got to go through the application process with Stafford before you can actually participate. In the tournament, of course. Ready for that explanation now, mister?
Okay, what kind of explanation is there? Alright, the rules of the Academy Ace Tournament. Ooh, that's a better name. I like that. Academy Ace Tournament are as followed. Any student or faculty member of the Academy may enter. Your opponents will be random, and only winners will advance to the next round. Opponents will be matched by lottery, and the lottery is run by people in charge. Okay, that means you'll have no idea who you'll be facing until you meet them on the battle courts. Winners are, as I said, will get to advance to the next round, but lose once and you're knocked out. No more battles for you after that. The last trainer standing, the only person to win all their matches, will be deemed the best of all, the Academy's ace. Okay, sounds pretty cool.
Thanks very much. He hashed out the tournament rules with help from Director Clavell.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool. So, lottery system. Sounds pretty interesting. Kind of reminds me of the Elite Four in Sword and Shield. But sounds very interesting, nonetheless.
Based on the number of entrants so far, you'd probably have to win 4 times to take it all. Don't forget you might go up against the faculty, too. They're tough stuff, so good luck, and go be even tougher.
Okay. Go be even tougher indeed.
The only person allowed to beat you is me, of course.
Obviously, Nemona's not part of the tournament, because she was the one that organized it. Or at least maybe for the first one. Maybe if we redo it, she'll be one in that point. But she's not in the first one, because she literally told us in the last one. Just because we had to do that a little early in order to leave the academy and be able for me to do like free roam stuff and be able to look around. Let's see here. Please talk to me when you're ready to take parts. Okay, I think we're pretty much ready. Let me double check if this says anything important, just because I want to know. Okay, nothing really important. Just says to go up front. Okay, well, I think we're ready. So let's get ready for this Ace tournament then. Hello there. Would you like to enter the Academy Ace tournaments? Sure. Okay. I don't know if this is going to be kind of like the Battle League where it's going to be hard or not, or it's going to be actually fair fights between everything. Who knows, but I guess we'll find out. Master Spooks, a champion-ranked trainer, writes, that is indeed true. Okay, you're all registered as a contestant. Please head down to the battle courts. Okay. Let's head down to the battle court and see who our 4 opponents are. Because apparently we're not going to know them until we get down to the battle court. Wonder if we're going to be able to change our Pokemon before we fight them. Not sure. But if not, we're still good. Oh, and here we go. We got ourselves something. We got all the teachers too. Excellent it seems everyone is here. Yep, everyone is indeed here. I see Dendre, Hazel, Jacques, Time, and obviously I can see Penny. And I forgot the lady in the back left there. The one with the blue and red, we met her. But I don't think we met the guy in the pink shirt with the apron. Huh, wonder who he is. He looks pretty cool. But yeah, honestly, a couple interesting faces there. Some of you will certainly have heard of the happy news. We have a new champion here at the Uva Academy. That is true. Yes, none other than our very own Master Spooks. For real? That's amazing. Wayne H.O. Muchacho. Woo, way to go, champ. Thanks, Arven. Good old big buddy there. It gives me great joy to see one of our students achieve this feat during their time at the Academy. Today's tournament was organized by your student council president, Miss Nemona, in celebration of a friend's accomplishments. I invite all of you here to see for yourselves the impressive strength of our new champion. Oh, so it's literally a celebration of us, pretty much. That's pretty interesting. I didn't think that's what it was. I thought it was just a celebration for the end of the treasure hunt, but apparently it's literally the celebration of us becoming champion. That's pretty cool. Not to mention the talent of those students claiming the spotlight for the first time today. True, and fair. And of course, the superb battle prowess and acumen of our esteemed faculty. And I believe the lady with the pink hair is the lady that's in the nurse's office, so the nurse of the school is the lady over in the far left. You can barely see her, half of her's cut off right now, but that's, I believe, the nurse of the school, which apparently she's someone we can talk to too, based on the little bubbles. If we were to go to, like, the rooms of the academy, the bubbles are the people, I believe, are the academy story characters. So, Clavell's one, the nurse is one, I believe Jacques is one, obviously because he's our homeroom teacher. Hazel, I know for sure, has one, because he told us to come to his class. But, not sure about Time or the person in the pink, or Dendra. But, honestly, very good question. For sure. Now, without further ado, let the Academy Ace Tournament or School Battle Brawl begin. Oh, okay, so it has 2 names, the Battle Brawl or the Ace Academy Tournament. I like the Academy Ace Tournament, that sounds pretty cool. Alright, let's jump right into the first round, everyone. Who will their fates pair up today? Champion Spooks will be facing
evolving from Class 2G.
Okay, so Arven's our first one.
You've gotta be kidding me. Up against my champion buddy right from the first round.
And so, I feel bad for Arven. I kind of feel like it would have been fun to have him be the final, if anything. But, well, apparently he's the first one to go. Sorry here, Arven. We're gonna take out our second most rival at the first round, apparently.
So how about it, Spooks? Bet you're surprised to see me in this tournament, right?
Honestly, not really.
Wait, you actually thought I would sign up for this thing? Boy, guess you really do get me. No wonder you were best buds.
Yeah, I honestly thought you would, just because I really felt like you would be a champion ranked trainer. So, honestly, I felt like Penny and Arven were just as high of a classification to, match Nemona. So, I thought he would definitely be here. So, it's good to see him here. So, cool.
I see. When we went down Area Zero, really drove home for me how I need to get stronger. So I've been off doing some super serious training, Mammoth and my team. If you ever end up in trouble again, I want to be there fighting beside you, on the same level. So today, I'm here to win, even if it might only be by a stroke of luck. Get a taste of this. Arven's here with some spicy new flavors for you.
Okay, Arven, let's see what you got here. You gonna have the same Pokemon? I'm not sure, but it's definitely gonna be a little bit tougher than we fought him last time, which was right before the, the way home storyline. So here you go, Pokemon Trainer Arven. So let's see what he's got for us. He's starting with his Greedent, which makes sense. That is his main starter when it came to the Pokemon he had.
I want you and me to be on the same level, so I'm going after this win without holding back.
Okay, we won't hold back either, buddy. But let's see here. First things first is, because I don't have a fighting type Pokemon, let's just go Gigaton Hammer and be safe about it. Sorry there, Greedent. Apparently you survived. I'm very surprised about that one. You can hit me with Earthquake, that's a big hit. Obviously because we're Steel type. So, not the safest thing to be hit by. Let's go Foul Play because 100% accuracy. Also, the Rain is a very nice touch. I'll take it because that'll mean Donald's going to do some extra damage here in the near future. But here we go, Scovillian. This was the Grass Fire type, the Pepper Pokemon, so we should... There really isn't much option here, is there? What really would be strong in this scenario? Trying to think of what really would be. Because Grass... Yeah, what kind of weaknesses does Grass Fire have? Because Grass would be good against Ground. Water would be neutralized in most case scenarios. We have an Aqua Step, so we can use the Rain. But, unless it's Cosmetic Rain, but I'm pretty sure it counts as normal Rain. So, I'm not sure. That's a good question. That's a very good question, just because I'm not really sure on that one. But I guess we'll find out. We can definitely check if the status counts. It does indeed count. Cool, okay. That's very nice. Thanks, game. So let's definitely go for Aqua Step. Oh, Flying. Flying would be definitely good here. That probably would have been smarter. But we did get extra boost from the Rain, so it was also a good thing to try. But Energy Ball definitely hit us pretty hard. But yeah, let's definitely go Wing Attack here, because that's what we probably should have actually used. Still, the right Pokemon, just the wrong move. I didn't think about the Wing Attack. And actually, we have almost every single type coverage in the game on our team. The only thing we're really missing is Electric type. And we can actually put Electric type on Mars here. He can learn Thunder Punch. I just didn't get it. I was thinking of grabbing it before episode, but I completely forgot about it, and remembered it literally in the middle of the episode. It was, while we were reading the Violet book, I was like, wait a minute, I forgot my Thunder Punch, because I wanted to grab it before we started today's episode. But the only things technically we were missing was Electric and Dragon. Well, Dragon is our Terra type on Ryuji, so we have all the typings. So we could literally fight any Pokemon with our team. We had a really, really good team. But let's keep out with Donald here. He's already low on HP. So if he goes down, he goes down. Thing is what is Toadscroll's typing? It is Ground Grass, okay. I was always thinking that with what I thought it would be, but apparently it is. But 4 times a weakness with Ice Spinner, so let's definitely go for that. Definitely good to keep Donald out for this one. So down goes Toadscroll, and down goes the convergent version of the what would be a Tentacruel in this game, in Garganacl, or Salt Stack, or Gargasalt, I guess you could also say. I got mixed up with Salt Stack or Knackle Stack, but here we go, Garganacl, or in our better words, our Mars. But let's see here, Rock type. I think Ryuji would be smarter in this scenario, and I think we're faster, aren't we? I think Ryuji might be faster in this scenario. Ryuji doesn't outspeed much, but when Ryuji outspeeds, he definitely does pretty nice with it. But Garganacl is an easy Pokemon. We know what he is. We know that he has less special defense, and we're surprisingly outspeeding it, which I'm very surprised about. But, yep, Garganacl is definitely a Pokemon we can easily deal with this Pokemon. So good thing we have Arboliva here, because honestly, special defense is its weaker stat, so it's better that we're good there. Cloyster, this thing may be faster than this, and this would be where Thunder Punch would have been really nice. Oh yeah, we're forced into Petal Blizzard. Got confused there for a second, but here we go. Seed Sower, that's going to increase our damage of our Petal Blizzard, and if we survive the Icicle Spears of Death, we'll definitely be able to use it, but I highly doubted it. Yeah, as soon as it started using Icicle Spear, I knew we were done. But, yeah, that's a little unfortunate. I'm pretty sure his version of Cloyster has the one where it always hits 5 times. So, yeah, pretty unfortunate. Nothing we really could have done there. But, doesn't mean that we were done for. It's just that it's unfortunate that we, got outsped there. Because I'm pretty sure Cloyster is around the same speed as Arboliva. But the thing is I'm pretty sure Arboliva is slower because of the extra special attack the Pokemon has. But I always thought Cloyster had lower attack because of his ability to use, multiple attacking moves like Icicle Spear. So, and could easily crit multiple times with that move. So I'm very surprised about that one. Just because it instantly got rid of us. Also forgot about our Gigaton Hammer only being able to use once. Let's go Play Rough here, because I think we still need a little bit more damage. Thankfully the Play Rough was enough. Down goes Cloyster, and down goes another one of Arven's Pokemon. And he should be on Mabostiff about now, I think. Just because we've taken out quite a bit of them already. And yep, here we go, Mabostiff. Technically we're still good here, it is the Dark Dog. So, honestly, all we need is a thing that's good against Dark typing. We have 2 things. We have Close Combat or Play Rough here. And, yeah, not much options here. But I'm going to say Sylvia is probably smarter in this one.
I'm putting everything I've got into this. No crits allowed. No leftovers for this meal.
No leftovers for this meal. Okay, well here we go with Mabostiff. Thing is, Mabostiff did give us an Intimidate. I'm going to say we won't Terrasilize because I feel like it won't be good necessary.
Let's line up the school battle, bro. Mabostiff brighter than anybody.
But here we go. Good old Mabostiff getting ready for his Terrasilization. Obviously, it's more than likely still going to be a Dark type, so we don't need to worry about that one. And thankfully he is, which is very good for us, because it easily could have changed if it wanted to. But here we go. Nice little Play Rough. Did half of its HP. What is it going to do? It's going for Fire Fang. Oh, we avoided it. Very surprised about that one. But the thing is I think it might learn all the bite moves. It makes sense for it, just like a Luxray would. So down goes Mabostiff, and down goes Arven. Our very first opponent of 4 has now been defeated. Also, I like when it terrasilizes, the eyes actually become like it has false eyes next to its eyes, and its actual false eyes actually make it look like it has like full like much larger eyes than it normally has, because its eyes are about that big. And then when it terrasilizes, it actually gains that false eye to make it look like it is a, like, full eye for the Pokemon. I think it's pretty cool. But I noticed it before, but I didn't realize what it really was before.
You're so strong and cool. I'm real proud to call you my best friend, you know.
Thanks, Arven. Good to hear there, buddy. Down goes Arven, and down goes our first opponents.
And the winner of the first round battle is Champion Spooks.
Woohoo, alright. That professor's kid put up a heck of a fight. These are just the random students. What a spicy start, and that's only the first match.
Phew, the strength of a champion is legit. Hurts to lose, but I'm proud of you, little buddy. Maybe I should, think about going around to all those gyms myself sometime. You better try it just as hard as I would have in round 2 for me.
Of course there, Arven. But yeah, definitely, next time, you'll definitely have a better chance, I think. But yeah, definitely check out the gyms. I'm surprised you haven't already, Arven. Just because you definitely have the time to do so.
Next up is the second round. I'm sure you're ready to hear the matchup, so let's get to it then. Champion Spooks will be facing Shock, the biology teacher.
Oh, our homeroom teacher.
Hello, Spooks. I hear you went out on your treasure hunt and wound up becoming a champion. That's quite the achievement.
It definitely is.
I guess I'm the homeroom teacher for 2 champion-ranked students now.
True, Nemona and us. That's pretty cool.
I won't lie, I'm feeling a wee bit of pressure here. I've got to work hard so my students don't outshine me too much.
I guess so.
Well then, let's get started, shall we? Here's hoping I do okay.
Okay, let's see what Jock's got for us. He is our homeroom teacher, so I'd be very surprised if he doesn't actually put up a fight. But here we go, challenged by Jock, the instructor, or the homeroom biology teacher. And he has an Arcanine. Ooh. Okay, that's an interesting start.
Show me what you've got, in your own way and at your own pace, of course.
Okay, so definitely at our own pace, but we get intimidated instantly, Arcanine. It was either going to be, obviously, Intimidate or Flash Fire in this case. So, it could have been worse. But, thing is in this case scenario, it's a Pokemon that Sylvia is not going to have a fun time with. So we need to change into a Pokemon that can easily take damage here. Mars would be a very good option. Let's go into Mars. Let's swap in and take the damage, I think. Because we can easily take it. Because Sylvia is better for later, I think. I don't want to drop Sylvia if we don't need to. But let's see here. He did go for Flare Blitz. I was thinking he would go for Fire. So it's good we swapped. Okay, good. And he hurt himself off my Rocky Helmet. Obviously the recoil as well. So that was really, really good of a switch. Okay. Honestly, at this point, we can either go Earthquake or we can go Stone Edge. I think Earthquake in this scenario might be smarter, though. He's going close combat, though. Oof, that's not good. We have the defense to survive that kind of stuff, though, thankfully. But it's still not good to get hit by close combat. But he dropped himself twice with Rocky Helmet, and Earthquake should definitely get rid of Arcanine, thankfully. So down he goes. First Pokemon down for Jacques, and he has a Mudsdale. Mudsdale is the evolution of Mudbray, which is a ground-type Pokemon. I believe it's a ground normal type, I think. Or, actually, I think it's pure ground. But the thing is it's still something that's easily going to be something we need to deal with quickly. Just because Mudspray has stamina, which increases its, stats for just hitting it. So, yeah. It could not have the ability, it might have it, it may not. But it's smarter to, attack it with a hard-hitting Pokemon, because Donald hits like a truck. So, as long as we do this right, we should easily be able to deal with Mudsdale before it can start getting ready. Thankfully, we were able to get him down. We got a Speed Raise, and down goes Mudsdale. Okay, 2 Pokemon down. Donald would have been a really good start, though. Ooh, yes, Lurantis. That's very nice to see. Lurantis is one of my favorite Pokemon, so it's very cool to see Lurantis here. We brought this up when we were first going to Ortega's starbase, because we caught one right outside of his base, but it's really cool to see him, just because Lurantis is one of my favorites. Its hidden ability, if I remember correctly, was Contrary. I don't know if it's going to be very good in this game. It really wasn't all that in single battles. In double battles, I think he would have been better. But the thing is the one I had back in Sun and Moon, for obviously not in video stuff, this is like stuff that was like solo breeding stuff, and like when I was actually doing like competitive single player Pokemon, making like Pokemon just for fun. This was one of the Pokemon, and I had a very hard time making one work. I really like the Rose Mantis design of this Pokemon, so eventually, if we ever do get to do Sun and Moon, we definitely will add one of these to our team, I believe. Just because it's a very fitting Pokemon for me to add, just because of my past with the Pokemon, trying to make it work, and just in general, for me really liking the Pokemon. So, definitely really cool to see it. But here we go, Slowbro. We should know Slowbro. We did the Isle of Armor stuff with Slowbro. So we should obviously know this Pokemon like the back of our hands. Never really used a Slowbro until then. So, honestly, it's not very much knowledge, but honestly, it's an old Pokemon, I should know it already. But the thing is I never really used a Slowbro until we did Isle of Armor. So, that's a very honest thing about Slowbro that I never actually brought up before, just because I never had the chance to really, bring it up. Down goes Slowbro. There's no way he was surviving that. I didn't think so. But Petal Blizzard got him down. We lose a little bit of health from our Life Orb, and that's another reason why I thought we would knock him out. Swallots. Okay, that's a poison type. Pure poison, if I remember correctly. So, we can either go Earthquake, or we can go Psycho Cut. I'm going to swap into Grim, because Grim hasn't had an opponent yet, which I think would be good for him. I think Gulpin's evolution being Swalot would be a perfect Pokemon for Grim to go up against. I think it's a special defense tank, if I remember correctly, so we should easily be able to deal with it. Final Pokemon will be his Terrasilize Pokemon, so not sure what he'll Terrasilize into, though, just because his Pokemon team has been quite diverse. It could be maybe like the Team Starbase people, because with Elite Four, it was all the Titan Pokemon. I don't remember how many teachers there were, though, so not really much of what we can guess here when it comes to that one. But Psycho Cut should do enough for Swalot. He's going to Protect, so he's giving himself another turn, which doesn't really help him, unless he has a special ability, but I don't think Swalot has a ability that will help him here, which it doesn't. Okay, good. Because I really did not think it had, like, a, active ability of any sort when it came to that kind of stuff. Ice Punch. Why'd you Ice Punch me? That's the weirdest thing for a Swalot to use. I always thought this Pokemon used special attacking moves, so seeing it punch me is something I was not expecting. Okay then, that caught me way off guard. Oh, he has Farigiraf, and that's his main Pokemon. Okay. So, if we're gonna go based off of the typings of Farigiraf, he must be Psychic. That could be it. Or he could be normal. No, I'm gonna say he's Psychic. That would make sense to me. Because it's gonna be based off what Farigiraf is. Based on every other opponent we've ever faced in this game being usually the typing that the Pokemon is, or at least one of the two types. So it's either going to be normal or it's going to be Psychic. I feel like it's going to be Psychic. Let's go with the Psychic. Wow, you sure are strong. Is there a secret to the way you raise your Pokemon? Lots and lots of training. Let's be honest there. And lots and lots of raid battles too in this game. Okay. So, Night Slash would be really good here. Wait a minute, I want to double check on the typing here, just in case, because I know it's normal type. But he's going to obviously Terrasilize, and that's the reason why our Ghost and... Well, obviously our Ghost has no effect on him. But I'm going to go with the option here, that we go into Shadow Claw and we hit him. Let's see. Just a little energy and there you have it. Now watch as my Pokemon Terrastilizes. Okay, so am I right on the Psychic? He could be a completely different type, though. That's the reason why I'm not sure. Just because we haven't seen it yet. He is psychic. Okay. So that confirms it for me. So it's going to be one of the two typings of the Pokemon for sure. From here on. Okay. Because it was always like that before. And I wasn't sure if it was going to change it up on me. But we did a decent amount of damage for a Giraffe. He's going for Shadow Ball. That's going to hit like a truck. Thankfully we survive. We lost some special defense. But that's not a bad thing. So let's definitely go for another Shadow Claw. Knock out for a Giraffe. And take down another opponent without having to Terrasilize. I'll definitely take it. I really like that Pokemon for the evolution of Girafarig. Just because I was really hoping for a Girafarig evolution. And that actually ticked all the boxes for me when it came to a evolution for that Pokemon. So, very good Pokemon for an evolution. Dunsparce was a little underwhelming, but at the same time, I still like the evolution. So, I do wish it was a Dragon Flying type, but it didn't need to be. But it would have been cool. I was a little spoiled when it came to our Dunsparce in Uranium, Pokemon Uranium's fan game. So, I will say that one, but I do wish it was that, to be honest. But down goes Shock, and only 2 more opponents left. Wow, you did great. I guess we did. Down goes Shock. Apparently the Psychic-type Terrasilize user. Interesting. And the winner of the second round battle is Champion Spooks. You beat me. You're quite the strong trainer, aren't you, Spooks? You're more fit for the teaching profession than I am with the boundless confidence of yours. Mr. Shock, did I hear you correctly just now? Hi, Director. Are you angry with me? Well, I'm going to get yelled at. Good luck in the coming battles. Well, sorry, Shock, we got you in trouble there. Not on purpose, obviously. But here we go. Finally, our 4 trainers remain. Time for all contestants to face their 3rd matches. Everyone, the matchup for this battle will be Champion Spooks versus Dendra, the Battle Studies teacher. Ooh, Dendra. Okay then. So we haven't really got to do any real facing off with her. We saw her during the Tulip thing. But yeah, definitely. Here we go. Okay, so we're facing off with Dendra here. Obviously, she's a fighting type based on the fact that she has a little badge on the right next to her, like, top of her torso there. There's a little triangle that has, like, a little fist. So I'm pretty sure she's a fighting type. So, here we go. Battle Studies teacher Dendra.
Osu, new kid. The school battle brawl is for deciding the strongest trainer in the academy, right? Man, I'm so pumped up. There's no better place for me to show off my strengths. And I hear you for the reason. You're the reason we're having this tournament. You have my thanks for that. And technically we already had faced Dendrum, because we faced off with our Medicham. So, that's definitely her final Pokemon. But the thing is we faced her as a Psychic-type user, because she was part of Tulip's challenge for her gym challenge, for the ESP challenge thing. Or Dance Dance Revolution Pokemon Edition, I guess you can also say. But this time I think we're going to be facing against her real team. New kid, no Champion Spooks. As a teacher, I feel like it's my duty to lead my students to success. But since I am the Battle Studies teacher here, I can't very well lose in a battle, can I? So don't expect me to go easy on you. I'm going to give it all I got.
Okay, let's see what you got, Dendra. Because this time we're actually going to face you with your real team, I think. She might have some of the same Pokemon, but you were challenged by Dendra the instructor. So let's see here. Ooh, she definitely started with a fighting type. And there's a for sure one. Phalanx. Good old Sword and Shield Pokemon.
Let's have a good clean battle, okay? Best of luck.
Also, I like how she's wearing black and gold and white. Those are like my favorite color combinations when it comes to clothes. I don't wear it myself, but I do really like the design for that. I usually do it in game. But Play Rough is definitely going to be good here. So let's definitely go straight into the Play Rough. Also a nice Pokemon to start with. This is actually one of my favorite Dynamax Pokemons back in Sword and Shield. obviously, Gigantamax should be my favorite, but the thing is they're two separate things. So you either have Phalanx for my Dynamax, and then for Gigantamax it was obviously good old Scorbunny, or Cinderace is what I should say. But here we go, Dendra is about to send out Tauros. Will you switch out your Pokemon? No, we're going to stay out. Tauros is obviously going to be its fighting variant, right? Oh no, that's not fighting. That's a different one. Okay then. Can we see it? Oh no, it is fighting. It's fighting fire. Okay. So we've seen the Water Buffalo version. So this is the opposite version. Okay, so this is the Scarlet version, I'm pretty sure. Because I never actually ran into Tauros in Scarlet. And I already know about the Water Buffalo for Tauros, because you have fighting and then you have fighting water. So there's 3 variants of Tauros in this game. That's pretty cool. Technically you have normal Tauros too. You can obviously transition him over here when, you know, they finally give you the ability to with Pokemon Home. So technically there is going to be 4 different versions of Tauros very soon. Obviously the Cantonian version, and then all the Paldean versions. That's going to be pretty cool. Okay then. So, obviously, well, actually Play Rough is actually halved because of the fire. Oops. Probably not the smartest thing. Raging Bull. Raging Bull. That's a new move. Okay then, I was not ready for that one. Is that a fighting type move? I'm not sure. I think it is because of the fairy typing, but I'm not too sure. Tried to do Slam to see if I could get anything out of it, but did not do any damage. Okay, Sylvia. Sorry, but our MVP had to go down. Down goes the Titan Toppler. That would be a cool nickname to give it. Just to... because you can give badges and get little nicknames, but the thing is I don't think there's a mark or a ribbon for Titan Toppler. If there is, I would definitely throw it on, but the thing is you either have to earn it or catch a Pokemon with the mark already on it. So, would be cool, but I don't know how that would go. But I think we're going to go into Donald here. I feel safer with Donald. And then we need to throw out Sammy at some point too. Because Sammy hasn't had a fight yet. And he definitely would like to have one at some point. But at the current moment, I want Tauros to go down for sure. So down goes Tauros, and down goes her second Pokemon. Not bad. Okay, what do you got for your third one? Because your second one was actually kind of scary. Oh, your Medicham. Okay, we know this Pokemon. We're definitely going to swap out into Grim, though, in this scenario. Because Grim is a perfect matchup for Medicham. Because we get rid of the fighting type, and, like, you know, being hit by fighting type moves. So all we get hit is with the psychic types. So as long as we're safe with it, we should be fine. And then we'll obviously go into Shadow Claw. Obviously slash around at the Medicham. Thankfully, Medicham isn't known for having defenses, so down goes Medicham with an easy little slash. Okay. Another Tauros. Another Tauros. Okay. Another Tauros, you say? Well, it could be fighting again. So let's just keep Grimmel, just in case. So, is she going to have all 3 versions of it? Okay, so that's the Water Buffalo, right there, obviously. Because the little water droplets in its mane. So fire is red on top, blue is water on bottom. Okay, good to know. But Water Buffalo Tauros, let's definitely get ready for that one. And Psycho Cut, obviously because of the fact that it's, in general, fighting type Pokemon, did not do enough damage. Uh-oh. Oh, wait a minute. Raging Bull changed types. Wait a minute. Does it depend on the variation of the Tauros? That's pretty cool as a special ability. So, Raging Bull for fire would be fire, Raging Bull for Water Buffalo would be water, and then Raging Bull for the other Tauros, the just plain Tauros, the fighting one, would be fighting. So if regular Tauros from Kanto learns Raging Bull, will it be normal type? That's a good question. And also, does the terrestrialization affect it? That's pretty interesting to think about. Okay then. Very interesting. It has Aqua Jet, of course it does. Okay, well Grim went down with not a very much of a fight, which is a little unfortunate for Grim. But Ryuji is pretty good here. We could have did Sammy, because Sammy is actually completely, good against water-type Pokemon. So maybe it would have been smarter, but it had close combat. And down goes actually Ryuji right there. Wow, okay. Well, we are a normal-type Pokemon, so it's fair. We dropped Seed Sower, though, so everything that's on field is going to heal now. Which I don't really like the idea of Water Buffalo healing, with the fact that it's doing what it's doing at the current moment. Also, it's got some weird tails, by the way. It looks like a propeller, which is actually pretty interesting. But it makes sense because, water is a water Pokemon. But, reason why I'm going on to Sammy here, we're going to keep our Earth typing. Actually, no, we don't have to, do we? Well, it's not good terrestrialize with Sammy, so we'll keep Clodsire the way it is. But we're gonna go Gunk Shots, because we might poison it. And thankfully, because of Water Absorb, we dropped the Aqua Jet and the Raging Bull for Tauros. And apparently we did enough damage. Down goes Tauros. Very surprised Sammy actually got a knockout, because Sammy is more of a tank. So seeing Sammy do anything like that is very, very interesting. Okay, so here we go, Hawlucha. Hawlucha fighting flying. So, not many options here. If we had Thunder Punch, which would have been smart, would be good here, but the thing is probably best to go back into Donald on this one. Even with the idea of Hawlucha. Because I could throw Mars in here, but the thing is even if Mars with his defense, it may survive like 3 hits. And who knows how much damage we'll actually do to the Hawlucha with our current moveset. But we're going to go into Ice Spinner, because obviously Ice Spinner's 80 base power, and it's better than going Wing Attack in this scenario. So hopefully this will do us some good, just because Hawlucha, thankfully, went down. But we got a crit though, and it's 100% from our item, because 5% chance to crit normally, and we have the little scope there too. So let's be honest there, that's definitely what it was. And then Hariyama. Okay, Hariyama is definitely a Pokemon that is a pure fighting type. Thing is, how do we want to go against this? There's a couple options. I'm going to say we'll keep out, because we're also fighting type.
You got a real fight in you, new kid. The battles really stoked my fighting spirits.
Okay, well, let's see what your Hariyama's got for us. We fought off with the futuristic version of Hariyama, being the, obviously, Iron Hands, so we definitely need to,
aim to push past your limits day by day, Osu.
But yeah, we faced off with Iron Hands, and we didn't Terastallize, so this isn't telling us who's faster. I was about to say, but we didn't Terastallize, so for a second I thought Hariyama was faster than me. But he's getting ready for a big uppercut here, so we need to be careful. But I think we should be fine. As long as he doesn't hit me like Ryu from Street Fighter, we should be fine.
Give it your all. This makes the taste of victory even sweeter.
Okay, we're definitely going down. Just because I felt like we definitely with 80 HP left, I didn't think Donald would stay up any longer. But we did drop the defenses by 1 because of the close combat. If it has an item, which it more than likely doesn't, because I haven't seen any Pokemon with them. Well, I haven't used knockoff on many Pokemon, to be honest. But the thing is if it did have an item, it could have gotten its stats back. If it really wanted to. Okay, normally I wouldn't do this one. But I think we're going to go Earthquake here. Okay, close combat, we should survive this. Hariyama is a very strong Pokemon, but we have a lot of defense. Yeah, I really felt like we would survive that. There was very, very low chance we got knocked out there. So, let's definitely go for Earthquake, knock out the Hariyama, and barely survive a close combat, but the thing is our defense is definitely quite high. So if we went down to that with the super effective, I'd be very surprised, just because of his defense alone. But down goes Dendra, our third opponent down, leaving us with 1 more trainer until we become the Academy Ace.
I see you've honed your skills, new kid. Osu.
Osu indeed. Don't know what you mean by Osu, but Osu indeed. And the winner of this third round battle is Champion Spooks.
No way. I got crushed. But I still got something great out of this battle. This was a massive chance for me to grow. You may be surprised to hear this, but we adults are still learning every day too, of course. That's why we're always harping on you kids to study. Turns out we actually do know what we're talking about. Thanks for the battle. Keep aiming for the top in this tournament. And don't forget, Osu, Osu, Osu.
Okay, Osu. Osu, Osu. I don't know what it means, but she says it when she's happy. And also Nemona's cheering us on in the crowd, I didn't even realize that. But down goes our third opponent, leaving us with only the final opponents. Who could it possibly be? That's a good question.
There's one last match in this tournament, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to introduce the two trainers who will be facing off to finally determine who's strongest in this academy. Champion Spooks up against...
Oh, Geeta's the final one. Makes sense, she's the champion of the region, and if she's taking part, obviously she'd make it to the end. Okay, well here we go.
A special guest joining our tournament, the top champion, Geeta.
Good day, Champion Spooks. I had a feeling I would meet you in the finals. Home strength against home strength. Such a clash is what captures the crowd and makes the hot race. This is extremely close to what I would call my ideal world. As a chairperson for both the Elite Pokemon League and the Academy, I find the situation to be incredibly satisfying. Now if we both push each other to greater heights, we will achieve greater synergy. Come, Champion Spooks, our battle will inspire all of those who watch us today. Let me show you the full might of the top champion.
Oh, you technically already showed us your full might in the final fight for you in the championship fight, but sure. She said she was already going all out, but apparently she's going all out with higher level Pokemon, based on what she's saying there. But you were challenged by top champion Geeta. Okay, she's starting with Espartham. Thing is, as our Pokemon is not the perfect Pokemon here, but
let us set an example for everyone, you and I.
Okay, well let's definitely do it. Thing is we know Espartham like the back of our hand, obviously, because of Yu-Gi-Oh! And thankfully with that knowledge, apparently we're faster. Very interesting. Okay, that's not good. We lost double speed for her special defense for that. Not good, but it's a very good move for Espartham. So let's go Gigaton Hammer since now we know we're faster. This will knock out the Espartha for sure. So first Pokemon down. 5 left to go. So down goes our first one. Not bad, not bad. Okay, she's going straight into Avalugg. Ice-type Pokemon. Either Fire or Fighting would be good here. So I'm going to say... let's go into Donald, I say, for close combat. Because I think we're going to instantly swap out anyways, so maybe close combat would be smart here. Because the thing is then we won't get the weaknesses from the minus defense and the minus special defense. Because we'll instantly be leaving the field as soon as possible. So let's definitely take full advantage of that. For close combat to Avalugg, down goes our next Pokemon with another crit, and that's the reason why we have the scope on Donald. I've been always saying it was a good reason to throw that on him, but I had said that Grim might do better with it because he might get more crits. But getting a crit with a close combat like that is actually really nice. Also, I don't want to double up on items. That's another reason why I haven't thrown that on them yet. Just because I feel like the charcoal is still coming in handy. I would like a Shadow Claw. But the thing is our terrestrialization is fire, so Bitter Blade is actually smarter. Okay, but the thing is, we need to prepare for her next Pokemon. And it's a Go-Goat. So Grim is actually better here. We have Charcoal, so we're doing extra damage with Fire-type moves. So, same type attack boost plus item. So we're definitely hitting pretty hard. And Bitter Blade does do 80 boost power already. Or was it 90? Because I always forget. I always think of 80 because of Leech Life, but apparently it's 90. Ooh, I'll definitely take that. But Bitter Blade, hit it pretty hard. Down goes Go-Goats. 3 Pokemon down, 3 left to go. And definitely, so far so good. She hasn't had a single hit on us yet. Okay, here we go, King's Gambits. Okay, this is a Dark Steel type. We obviously want to swap back into Donald here. So let's definitely prepare, because 4 times effectiveness. Thing is, this Pokemon is very scary, especially with its ability Supreme Leader. And if it was the final Pokemon, it would be, or Supreme Overlord. Technically, Supreme Leader would also be it. But the thing is we definitely need to knock out this Pokemon instantly, because if it gets the chance to attack, it's going to start doing massive damage because of Supreme Overlord, boosting its stats depending on how many Pokemon on your team it's been knocked out. And since 3 have already been taken out, he's very strong right now. Not the strongest, but it's still definitely something. But here we go, Faluzum. This was a Pokemon we faced during our rematch, so we obviously know what this one is. This is a Water Psychic Pokemon. Honestly, Ryuji would be the best case scenario in this one. So let's definitely get Ryuji out, because Veluza really shouldn't be able to do much, but the thing is this Barracuda can definitely hit us pretty hard. I think it's what it is. I think it's a Barracuda, but I'm not 100% on that. It's obviously supposed to be based on a Torpedo, but the thing is Barracuda was also supposed to be based on that as well, wasn't it? So, definitely not sure on Veluza. It's definitely a fast Pokemon, I can say that one for sure. If you try going in the water with this thing will chase you down. It really will. So, yeah, definitely not a fun Pokemon to be in the water with. I had some, Pokemon that I was scared of going in the water in Sword and Shield, like Gyarados and stuff like that. And Veluza is definitely much more scarier than Gyarados, or even Sharpedo in some of the games too. Is, what was it, Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, where Sharpedo can chase you, and you see the ripples from the water while the Sharpedo is chasing at you at Mach 10 speed. I think, yeah, it definitely is terrifying. Glamora is a Rock-type Pokemon, so we're perfectly fine. And her Terastallization. We'll make this match a fitting one for the finale, a grand spectacle, of course. Okay, so here we go. Glamora plus Terastallization for Rock. We should be perfectly fine. May I shine as brightly as future of the Paldea Nemona. Okay, well, we don't get the chance to Terastallize, but she's going straight into her Terastallization because of Petal Blizzard. So here we go. I didn't even get to prepare for her Terastallization for a second, to be honest, because of the Petal Blizzard, but it's fine. It's good that she has a double weakness to our Pokemon here, so Arboliva got... Never mind. Arboliva got knocked out, because I did not expect a Poison-type move on Glamora there. Okay then. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's see here. We have a couple options here. We could go into Sammy. You know what, Sammy? It's time for you to get your MVP status. And I think you beating the Academy Ace tournament will definitely earn you that, buddy. You have literally been our tank this entire game. I think it's fair to give you your final victory, I think. So let's definitely hit you with a nice little Earthquake. Did not do enough, but we dropped Toxic Debris on the ground. Okay. Well, thing is it's healing, but we're healing as well, and we also have Black Sludge. So we get more healing back. So we're still doing good here. I'm going to say we'll definitely keep going with our Earthquakes here. I think we'll out-damage it eventually with the healing that we get back. And we dropped it to yellow, so we definitely knocked it out in 1 more hit. I think it will take it 4 hits total to knock out Sammy here. So we're definitely good. And as long as we get our, double heal from the Seed Sower and the Black Sludge, this is a really good combo, by the way. Because I didn't even think about this. But hit with another Earth Power. Thankfully it wasn't a crit. It very well could have been. But here we go with the final hits. Apparently not. Apparently it was still 1 more. I was thinking it was 3 hits for Glamora with us. But the thing is it might look like 5 hits for Sammy, so it was off by both of them, apparently. I was really thinking it would be. And that was the final turn of Seed Sower too. But let's see here. Another Earth Power. Hopefully Sammy does survive. And Sammy finally gets his MVP knockout on the champion of Paldea. And to town goes Glamora. And town goes the top champion. and we are now officially not only the newest champion of Paldea, the Academy Ace of the Uva Academy, and technically Naranja Academy too, because we can count this as both Scarlet and Violet, because we did Scarlet and Violet in our series. So, down goes Geeta, and we win.
The future of Paldea is bright indeed.
I guess so. We got a bunch of Pokédex entries. Apparently we didn't fight all those Pokemon with Geeta before. Interesting. It could be the Pokemon we fought earlier. I'm pretty sure that was the same team. Just because I didn't see Arcanine. I know for sure I didn't see Arcanine. That's one Pokemon I know for sure I haven't seen yet. So, I'm going to say that's probably the previous fights. So, for Dendrum and Jacques, respectively, gave us some new Pokédex entries, so pretty nice. I'll take those, because I'm really close to getting closer and closer to finishing that. And I'll show you where we're at currently after this, if you guys are wondering. But, there we go.
Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. The victor of this tournament
is the very person you were celebrating.
And thus the strongest trainer in the whole Academy is champion Spooks.
Woo. Spooks, you did it. You did it.
Spooks. The whole Academy's cheering our name. Spooks and Spooks. And there we go. Down goes the Academy East Tournament. And I feel like there's probably much more opponents inside that. I might look into what kind of opponents we can face, because we may do that a couple times to face off with every single trainer. Because I'm pretty sure Hazel would be one. Obviously, Time would be one. The guy in the pink shirt has to be one. The nurse would have to be one, right? We fought off with Clavell. Nemona would have to be one eventually. Maybe Clavell? I'm not sure. And then Penny, obviously, would be one if Arven was one. So, quite a few ones. Definitely ones we can face off with. Maybe even the nurse. The nurse is an option too. But, honestly, quite a couple of different opponents we can eventually face, maybe. I'll definitely look into it. Obviously, I won't face them because I don't want to over-level myself on accident. But I will look into it, just so we can be perfectly kind of about around the same level, because that's where we are now, is the perfect level to do this. So, I'll definitely look it up and see where we can go from there. But, with that being said, let's finish off our Academy Ace Tournament for the story version of it. Or at least, maybe there's more story, I don't know. But, let's at least finish this off real quick.
I would like to extend my thanks to everyone who made this extraordinary tournament possible. Each and every trainer demonstrated beautifully the bond they share with their Pokémon.
Oh, and also the blue and red shirt lady on the back left. I forgot about her. She would probably be one too.
I couldn't take my eyes off any of the matches, leading the way into the future while valuing our individuality. That is our motto at Uva Academy, and the tournament truly lived up to all ideals. Now, I'm aware my speeches tend to get a little, shall we say, overlong, so I'll wrap it up right here. I now turn the floor over to our special guest chairwoman, Miss Geeta.
Okay.
The friendly rivalry of the trainers, the cheering and encouragement from the crowd. I feel like these are the perfect ingredients for the Academy. No, for the whole Paldea region to become more lively and energized. Champion Spooks was far stronger today than when he took the Pokemon League's final test. It is clear that he strives to become better every day, even after reaching such an esteemed rank.
Apparently so. True. I have a level 100 Annihilate now. Remember when I was talking about that? Training one up? I finally finished that in between episodes. Oh, and what was his name? It was like Salvatore, right? The guy on the right. We talked to him when we first got in the Academy. I think if I remember correctly, I compared him to Rose, Chairman Rose from Sword and Shield, because of the hair. If you see the little slice in the hair, it reminded me of kind of him, as well as the little suit and everything. But that's definitely gotta be another one, based on all the teachers and staff, and he's obviously staff. So, quite a few different potential trainers, for sure. But let's continue, though.
It is my sincere hope that all Paldea's people will be inspired not just by him, but by every trainer gathered here who aim for new heights, and the seeds for many more future champions will be sown. I eagerly await news of all your achievements.
Well, you'll definitely see some new trainers there very soon, if we inspired a couple.
Thank you, charm woman Geeta. Now at last it is time for this wonderful tournament to come to an end. But this event seems to me to be a wonderful way to build rapport between faculty and students and invigorate the wider community beyond our walls. So, I hereby declare the Academy Ace Tournament will not end as a one-time event, and will continue to be held regularly.
Well, that's good to hear, because I was thinking that was the case to begin with, but apparently it was only a one-off, originally. So that's good to hear that it is a multiple thing, because I was really thinking it was. So it's good to hear. Okay, I'll definitely take that, because I actually thought it was multiple. Okay, good. Thank you, game. Awesome Director Clavell, you're the best. He definitely is. Maybe I'll join in next time, too.
Oh my gosh, yes. This is everything I ever wanted.
I do hope you'll participate next time, Miss Nemona.
Well, I definitely think she will.
Absolutely. I wouldn't miss it for anything.
Well, it's good to hear.
Well, dear students and staff, that wraps up our very first Academy Ace Tournament.
Well, that was pretty fun. I'll definitely admit that one. So it wasn't like the Battle League, it was actually like a second Elite Four. That was pretty cool.
Thank you again for joining us here today, and I hope you're all excited for the next one.
Yay, thank you, Mr. Clavell. And there we go. Down goes our Academy Ace tournament. We became the Academy Ace. And with that being said, are we done here? I'm honestly not sure. Oh no, we still got a little bit more with Nemona, it looks like. So let's see what's going on with her.
Spooks, you did it. Congratulations on winning it all. I'm so happy. It almost made me forget the pain of everyone using Arven's stupid school battle brawl name.
I kinda liked it, but Academy Ace Tournament is actually better though.
Oh yeah, here's your prize.
My prize? You got the Sporty Cat Pokemon League. Oh, I got a new hat for that? Cool. So there was a secret hat in the game, apparently. We'll take a look at it.
Director Clavell told me he got caught up in the excitement and forgot to give it to you.
I wonder if there's one for each part of clothing. That's interesting. Maybe you can get a new uniform, maybe. It's possible, right? Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a one-off item, but still, that's pretty cool.
So I guess you get the strongest in the school throne for now. Spooks, keep it warm for me, okay? I'm gonna be in the tournament next time, and I'll be coming right for ya.
Okay, we'll see you in the next tournament. I'll definitely take a look at the next tournament. We'll try and face off with every trainer, if we can. So I'll definitely double check what kind of trainers there are, so we know the exact amount we need to do left. Because now we know we've done Arven, we've done Dendra, we've done Shock, and we've done Geeta. So 4 of them have been marked off our list. So we'll need to look for the rest of them very soon. But that was pretty cool though. I really liked that. That was much more fun than a Battle League for me. So I'll take this. This is a very good substitute for a Battle League. So thanks, thank you very so much for this, because Battle League has always been a pain in my side, and if I don't have to face against cheating Pokemon trainers or any of that, where they catch you off guard and they have all the Pokemon that are completely gonna one-shot your whole team because they know what Pokemon you're using and what kind of strategy you're using, because I swear there's an AI in some of those battles that literally searches for the best team to beat you with. I'm really sure that this will be much, much, much more fun than a Battle League. Just because of that. Because if this is how you get endgame rewards, or something like that, or similar to it, I'll take it. Honestly. I honestly don't know what the final battle facility will be. This could be it, though. It does feel like this would be it, if we can rematch it. But, let's continue.
Whenever you feel like entering the tournament again, just talk to the staff at the front desk.
Okay, we'll definitely do it. So now we have a little bit more we can do. If there is multiple other trainers, we definitely have another goal for us, other than just the Academy Ace tournament that I said at the very beginning. So, legendaries, school stories, and the other Academy Ace tournament fights with the other teacher staffs, as well as, previous trainers that we played against earlier in the story. That's pretty cool.
Spooks. I've relished every day since you moved here into Paldea and became my rival. I'm so glad I met you. I mean it.
Me too. I mean it as well. It's been great. Well, me too. I mean it as well. I think she'll like that one more.
Hey, come on, don't make me blush. Anyways, I'll be seeing you on the battle courts for a good long time to come.
Okay, for a good long time to come indeed. So here we go. So now the Academy Ace tournament's officially fully unlocked now, I think. And, our Rotom phone's going off. What's this?
Hello, Spooks. This is Shock. Congratulations on winning the Academy Ace tournament. I'm sure I'm proud to have one of my students become the Academy's ace.
Oh no, that's Clavell.
Mr. Jacques. Don't worry, Director Clavell. I'll get to the point right now. I'm actually calling to tell you that highly difficult terror raids are cropping up all over the place.
Highly difficult? What do you mean by that?
We're getting report after report from Academy students about their Pokémon getting injured. We trainers have split up to investigate these raids, but we're still a bit short-handed. So, we were wondering if we could enlist your help, since you're the Academy's ace and all.
So that's why Clavell walked up to Jacques. He wasn't mad at him for what he said. He needed him to, get on board with some kind of plan to take on these higher level terror raids. So, there's 5-star right now. So, I'm guessing these are 6-star raids. I just barely started the 5-star raids, but apparently now there's 6-star raids. Okay, then I don't know what kind of level requirement that's gonna be. But, that's terrifying.
Help. Since you're the Academy's ace and all, how about it, Mr. Spooks?
Leave it to me, if I can find the time. Well, leave it to me. We can definitely do it. We have a Pokemon for it now. The Vendetta, the Annihilate, is definitely ready for terror raids.
Woohoo! Thank you. Your Pokedex automatically records the data we need as you go, so don't worry about that. For now, I'd like you to just take on a lot of these tough terror raid battles, but don't get in over your head. Even the Academy's ace needs to be careful, of course. I sure would be sad if one of my precious students got injured, of course. Anyways, we're counting on you.
Okay. And with that being said, we now officially unlocked the 6-star raids, I believe. I know there was a 7-star raid Cinderace that's coming out eventually. It's right now Delibird's available. But the thing is I'm not sure when the Cinderace is available. I don't know why I always call Cinderace Scorbunny, to be honest. I always say it because obviously I got the Scorbunny in the background. But the thing is I always call Cinderace Scorbunny. But I knew about the 7-star raid battles, but apparently there's a 6-star raid. I thought it was just like, I thought we already had it unlocked, to be honest, the 6-star, so, because I only saw the 5-star ones. So, apparently, we just unlocked the 6-stars, then. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So, with that being said, thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. It always is a blast hanging out with you guys. And with that being said, keep being spooky. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and peace out.
Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.